Hey YouTube, in this video I'm reviewing the Minerva foldable e-bike. I'm going to give some tips on maintenance, some issues to look out for, and also how to get a discount. So the list price of this bike is about 1,000 euros. Two ways to get a discount. You can go to one of these car chains like Halfords in the UK or Autosank in France or Belgium. They have special promotions once a year for 700 or 800 euros, but just a limited number. Another way, which is really interesting, is a group, a non-profit group that puts out an appeal in newspapers or online saying, are you interested in this product? We're going to do a bulk buy to reduce the price. That's how she did it. In Flemish, it was called Groep Sankoop. And she got it for 840 euros. So she got 160 euros off the list price. However, when she went to pick it up, they did the upsell, making her take insurance. She had to buy this Abus Bordeaux foldable lock. If you've seen my review, I don't like this lock at all, but that was to validate the insurance. They made her buy front pannier. I didn't make her buy, but they suggested, when you're on the spot, do you want this stuff? And she said yes. So then the price goes back up. So the specs for this bike is very similar to the Chinese ones below. 36-volt battery, a range of 80 kilometers, 7-speed Shimano gears, Shimano V-brakes. The parts are the same. They come from China. They're just assembled in Belgium, in Ypres actually. So what you're getting for those extra few hundred compared to the Chinese ones below is a European brand, which you can take to shops in Belgium. Basically, they know the brand, they can contact the suppliers to replace the parts, but also you get a 3-year warranty. Now this was really important for her because the battery depleted too soon. It wasn't charging fully, and they told her it's because she hadn't charged it correctly when she first got the bike and the battery was new. She had to let it deplete completely 3 times and then fully charge. So she hadn't done that, but they still replaced the battery. I don't know if the Chinese brands would do that and post a battery out for you under the warranty. This is a brand with quite a lot of heritage, like Peugeot, like Orbea. They started off this brand making motorbikes and motocyclettes and car engines and things like that. Back in the early 1900s, they had a partnership with Land Rover. They made engines for Triumph motorbikes. So you can feel the build quality. It's really good and robust in a way, but it weighs a lot. 17 kilograms. I find that a lot for a foldable bike. I know it's the e-bike version, but once you've got your bags on and locks and stuff, it's about 20 kilograms. I think the Chinese ones are lighter, but they may not be as robust. The problems she had, number one, a big one, the battery was sparking when she connected it to charge. In the shop, they said you had to make sure the battery was turned off. She was like, yeah, it was turned off. For some reason, it was sparking where she was putting the wire in. That's an issue. I think the circuit gets damaged somehow, which causes this kind of build-up of resistance and a little spark. Another issue she had was a wobbly stem under the handlebars. I can fix that. Basically, there's a screw under the clasp that needs tightening. So in terms of maintenance and problems, you have to keep checking there's no wobbles on the bike. Get your wrenches out, get your Allen keys, and just make sure everything's tight. She said there was issues with the front brakes. Basically, when you have the motor at the front, it seemed to pull you a little bit crazily. The brakes are supposed to stop any assistance as soon as you squeeze them. I've ridden this bike, that didn't seem to be happening. You could tell that because the front brakes were worn out, as if it was fighting against the assistance basically, and it was still pulling and rubbing on the brakes. It's better if you can have the motor in the middle, but that's the Bosch version. It costs a lot of money. Or the motor at the back. So just make sure you're comfortable with having the motor at the front and that it brakes easily. Another issue the lady had, which again I can't fix, is with the gear ratio. When she was in the highest gear, she didn't feel like she could get the bike fast enough. When the battery was dead, she said even in the highest gear, when she was going downhill or flat, along a flat road, she had to really pedal. She said she has to pedal 4 times for a normal cyclist pedaling once, because she couldn't get fast enough. That's when the battery's dead. Obviously you get 25 kilometers if the battery is giving you full assistance, but if it's not, you're going to really struggle building up speed. So I'm doing a series of reviews on electric foldable bikes. Please subscribe to those. I'm going to go through some of these Chinese models below. If you've got any questions, please put them in the descriptions below and I will try and respond. If this has been useful, please give me a like.